What's the advantage of having seen Gonzaga twice last year?
Just basically just playing them. Kind of know the guys' tendencies already. I'm sure they run pretty much the same sets as they did last year, and just familiarizing ourselves and the guys that weren't here, trying to give them some pointers on how to guard guys and who's the shooters and just kind of contain them.
Do you feel like your lineup now is more equipped to deal with their size?
Definitely. They play two bigs, just as if we play two bigs. And they're more post guys instead of perimeter players. And that will really help Tony and Tom, who has to, when we play other teams, kind of have to guard guards in a way. So, looking forward to it.
What have you kind of learned about road games and playing on the road game in general for the first game away, kind of in a hostile place?
Definitely. Just basically just being focused, maintaining our keys on what we need to do. Basically, some of these guys are their first road games. I mean, Maui, kind of, but this is a first real away game. So, we're looking forward to it.
What was the most hostile place you played last year?
Arizona was pretty hostile. Yeah.
How much did those two losses last year still sting, especially that second one?
It hurt a lot. I mean, definitely could have got us further in the tournament. And just having played them twice, and they kind of got the best of both of us. That it was two times, and kind of hurt. But we're looking for seek revenge. So.
How are teams defending you and Bryce this year compared to last?
Kind of like sending their best two players up there, like defensively. It's kind of hard to do that because you have Aaron who penetrates a lot and gets to the lane and kind of kicks, so it requires a lot of guys to help. But it's definitely intense. But just fight through it. Make sure all our cuts are hard and crisp, and just pay attention to details. Coach says.
So last year, did losing to Kentucky hurt more or losing to Gonzaga twice?
Well, obviously the second game to Gonzaga, that's the end of our season. You have to send your seniors out with a loss, and we played that game pretty well. I thought, on that big of a stage, we didn't play our best game, but to play a competitor like that, as good of a team like that, and to be down pretty much the whole first half and then come back, cut it to 1 with 16 minutes left to go or something like that. We were 15 minutes away from going to the next round, to the Elite Eight. So that one definitely hurt worse. Obviously, the Kentucky game was a special case, and we got slaughtered in that game. But hurt. Losing in the NCAA tournament, there's nothing worse than that.
How do they look different with some of the losses on their backcourt?
Yeah, obviously, you lose a guy like Pangos and Bell Jr. and then fifth-year guy from USC. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that you lose, but they had new guys like Perkins coming in, who he was there last year but got hurt. I've known him for a while. He's a big-time player, and their front court obviously is what it was last year. They have their three big guys back, and that's their staple. That's what they rely on, and their new guys are starting to show life a little bit. I think in the last few games, and you still got guys that came back from last year that played good minutes with Dragon Guinness and other guys as well. So. A little bit different look in the backcourt, but not too much different.
For several guys, this will be their first true road game in a hostile place. What kind of things have you told them this week? What kind of things will you tell them going into the game?
Just to treat it like every other game. That's what you kind of try to tell everybody. I know that's what Tony and I emphasized a lot before the Kentucky game. Is obviously it's a gold out, it's a sellout, it's on ESPN, it's against the #1 team, but you gotta calm down and just make it like a basketball game. And that's what Tony says a lot. It's just basketball. Go play basketball. And I think that's something that we got to keep continuing to tell the young guys and the veterans. It's just basketball. Don't make it anything bigger than that. Go out and play and have fun doing it. And I think that's when we play our best.
Does beating Kentucky at home help that mentality on the road?
Yeah, definitely. Anytime you can beat a big-time team like that, it gives you confidence that you can go play with anybody. I think. If we would have lost that game here at home, I think having to lose that and then lose to Kansas, obviously there could be some doubt, especially from young guys who haven't played in too many games like this. So to be able to beat a team like that at your home court and do it in the fashion that we did it, leading the whole game. I think that gives us a lot of confidence going in.
You guys did a really good job of minimizing runs against Kentucky. Their longest was 5-0. How do you do that against Gonzaga on the road? Because they've had some long runs in the games you played against them.
Yeah, that's tough, especially on the road. That's very tough. You know, crowd gets into it and stuff like that. But it's something that you got to do. I think that's, like you said, one of the biggest things that we did in the Kentucky game was limit them to big runs. And college basketball is a game of runs. It always is. And a lot of times it's hard to do that. But if you can limit teams to having small runs like that and get your own that are a little bit bigger, that's how you win games.
After the Kentucky game, I think you had said this, that Prince has a dunk like that every day in practice. Does one of those stick out?
I don't know. I mean, the Kentucky one sticks out, obviously, with how big it was. But he's caught a couple lobs here and there and fast breaks. And then we do our Celtic drill every single day right after four corners. And he always shows us a little something, kind of like Zach used to do. And but yeah, we know how big time of an athlete he is, and he shows it pretty much every day.
With Norman and Zach and Prince, what's the hierarchy back?
Oof. I mean, you got to give it to Zach. He was unreal with everything that he could do, and he's won a dunk contest in the NBA, so he's kind of got the upper hand. But Norman, obviously, he's probably one of the best in-game dunkers I've ever seen, definitely ever played with. So Prince is young. I think he'll keep climbing. I'm sure.
How do you feel like your game has developed through this early portion of the season?
I feel it's developing slowly, to be honest with you. I'm still kind of getting my niche together with the team and finding my role. I mean, I know what Coach wants me to do, what he recruited me for, and what my players trust in me to do. But yeah, it's coming together.
What's been the toughest acclimation for you so far?
Probably being able to analyze like the 2, 3, and the 4. I mean, I'm not really playing the 2, but the 3 plays, the 2 position they change sides, so it's different for different plays, it's different actions. So probably just running the 3 different positions and knowing how to defend, what to defend, and how to, then on the offensive side, how to run the play and what to do. So.
What did you pick up from watching the 2 Gonzaga games last year?
Their focus is the bigs. I mean, not solely on the bigs, but they go through Kanowski and Wucha a lot. So they're big players and they're significant to the team. So I think what we're going to focus on is just getting down and defending the way we defended against Kentucky. We just went out and did what we had to do after watching film and what coaches had told us. So.
What makes Wilcher a tough matchup defensively?
I guess just his versatility. He's able to catch the ball, put it on the floor. You don't know whether he's going to catch, shoot, and him being able to go down in the post, and then knowing whether it's a kick-out situation or whether he can take his man and face up or back to the basket in a crowd dribble. So